welcome back to Spitball and Sports. Hi, Scott. How's it going?
Good, man. What's going on?
Not much. Getting ready. Man, Bears-Bills this week on a fun preseason game.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I get Josh and them are playing, actually, I guess,
a quarter
and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
That's because they look so bad against Pittsburgh. That's why they're making them play again.
I think the Bears are playing they got a lot of people hurt, but I know Fields is playing a quarter. So,
because there's not 4 games, I would expect a lot of starters are probably going to. Well, like I could see Mahomes this week, maybe not, just due to the fact he played the first 2 games.
That's true. Yeah. Why would he? Yeah.
Guys that have played the first 2, if they had good runs, like Kenny Pickett, I wouldn't have him. Well, he just played yesterday. Boy, they look good, huh?
Pittsburgh? Yeah, they do. They do. They're all right. Yeah.
I'm not a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I'm a fan of those young. Now I paid more attention, like with guys in college. A little bit, not as much, but a little bit more following University. I did follow University of Miami all last year. I did do that. I will follow them because that's my team now.
That's your team now. Yep.
And I'm not going to change it. That's what it is. And I followed them last year. A lot of high hopes, not a lot of wins. But, it is what it is. But now you see these guys coming after they played their senior years, and I saw some of these guys, and now to see them in the NFL, I have a different perspective looking at them now. I really wish I would have done this a long time ago. Just, you look at them I look at them a little bit differently, because I didn't know jack shit about them before they came to, other than what the pundits say.
Right.
Yeah. I look at him so Pickett, I kind of followed him a little bit more. I'm a fan of him. I like him. I want the kid to do good, just not against Buffalo, but I don't know. I'm starting to root for these guys, some of them now. I see how you guys do it because they went to your college that you went to and yada, yada. The college that you went to, but that you follow. Mm-hmm. It gives me a little bit of a different perspective on it. I'm happy Kenny Pickett's doing good.
That's why Justin Fields was amazing that he ended up in Chicago, because I watched all of it, all of Fields' career. But once again, someone had said something to me about that, and honestly, if he can't do it, just get. I have no allegiance. I don't care if it can't work. Go.
You got the opportunity to watch his whole college career.
Yeah, once he gets out of college, now you're on the Bears. Now I don't care no more. You know what I mean? That's.
I get you.
Because I think unfortunately some people do, and even general managers do it. You know what I mean? They don't.
That can happen.
They can't see what it is. I don't know what it is. They're married to it. They can't see it. And I think Fields this year, as you know, will have you'll see tomorrow. They got 3 offensive linemen out. They're going to need them back. That for opening day. You got to get them back in the mix and Cole Kmet's out too. So
Buffalo just had Connor McGovern. He's hurt now.
I saw that.
They are not in a good way with their offensive line, man. Something's got to give. Dude, at this point, if they don't reach out to Jason Peters, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? You know what I mean?
I thought the Browns were going to do it. I guess they didn't, but he's still out there.
Dude, even if he's a spot starter, the guy's been. We're the team that turned him into the All-Pro.
41 years old, I think.
Won a Super Bowl and came back. He's 40.
40, yeah.
Played last year for you guys, right?
2 years ago for the Bears. Yeah.
Who did he play for last year? Dallas?
It might have been Dallas. It wasn't the Bears. He was good on the Bears. He was 38, 39. He was fine.
Yeah, dude, the guy's good at what he does. I don't understand why they hold back. I don't get it. But
it can't be that expensive.
I was going to say it can't be a cap thing.
Right.
So I don't know. Yeah, I'm a little worried about. I've talked to my daughter prior to the season, and I said, this could very well be a very ugly season that we might see Josh get hurt. If that offensive line can't protect him, he's eventually going to get hurt. I don't want it to happen, but I got to prepare myself for that possibility going forward, just because they look like a sieve.
Yeah.
If he's not protecting, it's because he's holding them.
Right.
Spencer Brown, he's horrible.
Spencer, yeah.
He was 2 years ago. I don't know what the hell happened to the guy.
There's a lot of teams that are having offense. So it's funny that you bring them up, because I think it was the Jets. I know the Bears are having trouble. The Titans. There's a lot of teams. I don't know why that their offensive line's kind of falling apart. Them too.
Yeah. I think San Francisco's got some. I don't know. I can't remember if I heard they got some issues. I think they do, right?
The Titans do. Yeah. There's a bunch
of good teams do. A lot of good teams are having offensive.
Now,
the ones that were good last year. I mean,
let's talk about a few things, because at 6:30, after we go to commercial, we got this little fantasy draft that I forgot me and Robin are in, but we'll just do it live right here. And kind of fun, I guess, maybe. But let's talk about some things that are going on around the NFL, and then we got that real quick power ranking. Jonathan Taylor first, Scott. He's been allowed or told to go find a match, or to find where he wants to go, I guess. What have you heard anything at all? I haven't really heard much.
Yeah, I've heard he's just well, most I've heard is it's ridiculous that he thinks he's going to get. Who's going to trade for him?
I know.
He wants a huge contract.
He's going to sit out.
I don't see what else is going to happen. Boy, oh boy, what a stupid move too, because I just don't understand what happened. He agreed to play.
Yeah.
He's his agent, and that agent got in his head, and a lot of people are saying that agent's doing him harm.
Well, Jonathan Taylor, last year the year before was great. He was hurt last year.
Yeah, he had 800 yards last year.
He was hurt for a lot of the season. I remember he was gone a lot.
Not a bad season.
And the team stinks. I realize that, but I don't know. It's going to be I think it is a bad move. What's he going to? He's going to sit out the season. He's going to have to sit out the season. That's going to be what he does.
There's a lot of chaos going on in that locker room last season, I guess, and the people were just really getting away with murder. The stuff they were doing, and like McAfee, I guess, because he's close to that team, yeah. He questioned it and said, "Look, man, look at how that team was in the locker room last year. Like, you were a leader, you're a captain on the team, and your leadership skills didn't even what have you given them? What reason are you giving them to give you a big deal?
Right.
You're coming off a year where you had 800 yards and you were hurt. This is not the time that you do that. Like, you had to get another year in of running it up, man. Then you should expect it or go elsewhere. But doing it the way he's doing it, it's not going to work out for him, I don't think, man.
Yeah, because I don't know. You made a good point about it. What do you trade for him? I mean, what I don't know. What is it? A fourth? Give him a 4th round pick? A 3rd?
He's talking. Oh God, Rich Eisen, and I saw him trying to talk up Buffalo trading James Cook and a 4th rounder or a 3rd and a 4th and I'm like, dude, are you on crack? Like, this dude's in his second year. He's still in his rookie contract, and we're going to take on Jonathan Taylor for 1 year and then pay him a ton of money. Offer what? And then lose our wide receiving core? Like, Gabe Davis is coming up on a contract? It's not a feasible, dude. That's why he's not. He wants like $17 million or something like that. He's ridiculous.
That's why they can't do it, right? No team can do it. The Bears can't do it. They've been rumored. They can't. They won't. They won't do it.
I heard all these teams mentioned, but that's, I don't know how much it is. Agents getting it put out, his agent getting it put out there to try to, push a fan base to put pressure on a team or anything like that. Not that that would work, but I don't know. I think it's poor timing and a poor decision. It's because you already agreed to it. That's what makes him look like a turd. Yeah. And that's why other teams you can't take his word at that point.
I mean, think about it. Most teams are set at, the Bills who have what they want. I know the Bears have the running backs they want. They're ready. They're going to do with what they got. There's no way they're going to bring in anybody.
Training camp's done now.
Yeah.
It's going to be done. So, it's a little late, man.
Just sit out. That's all then. Sit out. See,
John, I don't know how he's got another option.
Yeah.
I just don't see a team. This is a little late to go. He should have sought the trade during the preseason or before preseason.
Yeah, or draft or something. Yeah.
Appeal, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe draft day. Yeah. No doubt. So he's going to not. There'll be no trade partner for him. I mean, I know there's teams like if it was like fantasy sports or whatever you want to say, there are teams that could use them. Sure. Miami could probably use them. There's teams around the horn that that we could probably pick out. Right. Yeah. That if it all was, I'm trying to think maybe even, well, no, Minnesota wouldn't want them because they like Madison. So they'd be fine with what see what I mean? They're set. They don't want them.
Teams are in the middle of trying to get under the cap.
Yeah, Dallas would
do it. A bunch of people. They're not about to bring in somebody for a big, massive contract. I just, like I said, I don't get it. I don't see how it's going to happen.
Yeah, and Mike says
it's when he decided to do it. The big stickler, I believe, is he initially agreed to play for Indy. I think him turning around on that after agreeing to it,
that was weird.
You can't trust his word. I just don't. I don't know. I don't see anybody.
He is very good too. We know how good he is, right? Jeez,
he's going to be very good for probably 2 more years.
Yeah,
like all the rest of them. Then he's going to go down. Like if anything, their contracts should be different as far as their rookie contracts. They should have a 2-year rookie window for running backs.
and make more.
Because their careers are so short. If you play on, hey man, good on you, good for you. But the average lifespan of a running back is like 5 or 6 years, and they're gone and they're done because teams just wear them out.
Yeah, I can't see Denver. I don't see him going to Denver. I don't see him.
I mean, there's teams that would want him.
Sure.
They're not going to want his headache with him and his agent, and they're not going to be pitching for that contract and holding out next year. It's not going to be worth it.
Yeah, and the Colts are kind of screwed. I mean, what could the Colts ask? They can't ask for much. Like, think about it. He's damaged himself, like you said, in his persona, whatever. He's also hurt, coming off an injury. So what more?
He wanted to see how well, if he was going to come back and play well this season, then he would have paid him, dude. If one guy pays his people, it's definitely Jim Irsay. He takes care of his players, but now he pissed him off, so that's done. That ain't going to happen for him now. You're not going to pay him. Hearing what I've heard about him on that Pat McAfee show and Pat knowing how he is, he's like, he's not going to pay him. He's done. When you piss him off, there's like, that's it. When you get shitty with him, it's over. Your relationship.
Yeah, I was surprised when I heard the Colts told him go find a trade partner, which is always interesting. I know that's telling the agent, but that's not going to happen. There won't be. There'll be no trade.
They're making him humble himself to come back and sign something smaller when he figures out that he's not going to get that kind of money. None of the other guys did.
Right.
Josh Jacobs coming off a phenomenal year, and he's back in camp.
Yeah.
I mean, he's back with the team. He said he wasn't holding out anymore. We'll see.
Yeah, because he was in the same boat. Oh, actually, in a better spot because he played last year.
And he played great. Was he the number one running back last season, Josh Jacobs?
I think so. Yeah.
I believe so, yeah. He had a phenomenal year. If anybody should have got paid, it should have been him.
Let's talk about this, too, before we get to some Houston. They're talking C.J. Stroud or Davis Mills. I wouldn't have a problem with using Davis Mills.
Why not?
And just let Stroud. I mean, what's the difference, really? I mean,
ready, don't ruin him.
Right. I don't.
That's what I feel about quarterbacks, dude. If you know he's your guy, and you don't think he's ready, don't ruin him because that's what you're going to do.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that it shouldn't be much of a. I mean, Davis Mills looks like. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's not. He looks like a pro. He looks like he knows. You know what I'm saying? Like he's out there. You know what I mean? When he goes out there, he looks like a pro to me. He's comfortable.
I got to bring something up here. Listen to this. Now, it didn't always work out, but I think it always worked out better. When teams didn't rush and they held that first pick quarterback, when they held him back for 2 years, 2-3 years, right? Look at how seamlessly Green Bay is going right now. And that's exactly what happened there. By force.
Yeah.
Favre held on way into Allen's Rodgers' career. Rodgers just did it to Jordan Love, and they're so much better for it. So much better for it. Even Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
His first season, I mean, he was behind there before he got his leg destroyed.
Oh yeah, Smith. Alex Smith. Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know, dude. I think they got away. I think they got to find a way to get back to that with quarterbacks.
I do. Yeah. It was always. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, right? Because
it makes sense.
I
mean, it makes the quarterbacks end up being that much better, that much faster. I think.
Yeah. No. I agree. I mean, Fields did get to sit behind Dalton, but then Dalton got hurt, and it was.
I was going to say, barring injury, the first pick should be your emergency quarterback. You should have a quarterback, a backup quarterback, and your rookie.
I'll tell you what.
Emergency situation.
Thinking back to that Bears situation, think about how horrible it was with you had two guys fighting for their jobs, knowing they'd get fired, in Nagy and Pace, and then they plugged him in, and it was just
hoping to save their jobs.
And it was a mess because they went with Andy Dalton, and it was just, and then he gets hurt. They bring in the other guy, and it just never worked out. And that's why Fields in my mind, has been kind of like, it's almost like he's been held back in school. Like, you know what I mean? Like he failed a grade or something.
I get what you're saying. I get what you mean.
Kind of weird, like, because he is going on year 3, but it doesn't feel like year 3 because of everything that went on there.
Yeah, it feels like he's been in the league longer than that. He's had a lot happen to him in a short amount of time.
Yeah, but yet sometimes I sit and think this is like only year 2. because year one was a complete disaster, like gone.
The scars from it.
Yeah, definitely. Which is maybe will make him, but who knows? If he learns how to throw, everything will be fine. You know, if he throws the ball.
Mandatory first year waiting period for first pick for the rookie quarterbacks before they can, unless there's an emergency.
In the perfect world, man, that's what we would have.
I know. I mean, I wish all of them would do that, but you know, Josh got thrown in there too. I mean, he ended up being better for it, I guess, but it doesn't always work out like that.
No,
and it ruins these kids at a young age. The fans turn on them. The media turns on them. They're told, look what Adam Shine did to Jordan Love.
Look at what they did with C.J. Stroud. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at what he does. He can't play football. Man, who are you, dude?
Yeah,
to give your opinion, but man, to be so, yeah. I don't know. It really pissed me off when he did that.
See, well, like C.J. Stroud the other day, game one, he threw his first throw might have been a pick. I don't know, but then he played better. But man, after that, it happened quick. You know, it wasn't one pick, one throw. It was, you know, the word bust came out. So yeah, I mean, in the old days, it was better that way. It just was. It just worked. It made the sense because you know they're kids, you know they're coming in, and you know how it's got to be different. I don't even care if it's Ohio. Huh?
It's so much faster.
Yeah. Well,
same thing. How they can't believe how much faster it actually is.
Yeah, Troy Aikman said that it was interesting. He was talking. I was on the other. I think it was on the Eagles game where he said that he was 0-11 his rookie season, but in preseason he had made the comment how slow he couldn't believe how slow it was. And then he got his you know his butt kicked for 0-11 because there was a clip where he says I can't believe it's slow, and then he got murdered. So you know
that's awesome. That's karma, baby.
And Justin Fields said the same thing.
He did.
If you remember, yep, year one he said the same thing after whatever he did. He kind of made it. Yeah, he kind of said this is kind of not as fast as I thought it would be.
You don't make that comment.
Yeah.
I can't believe how easy this is.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. All right. So how about San Francisco? Trey Lance is the third string. Interesting, huh?
How long before he's traded?
He's got to be. I mean, he should be. I mean, first of all, he's played 19 games, right? Didn't he play 19? He played 19 games in 3 years at North Dakota State. So he didn't play many games in high school.
I believe that they traded all that for that guy.
I know. And he didn't play that much in high school, from what I understand. So
he never played any football. What did he do that was so spectacular that earned him that pick?
I guess just if you follow.
What, John? Enlighten me, my friend. Was he that good?
Well, no, in North Dakota State, I mean, you fall in love with the size and the arm strength. You know the whole deal. Arm strength, speed, size, blah, blah, blah. And they try to be cute, I think. You know, teams, how they are.
Huh? Was he phenomenal?
No, it wasn't like that at North Dakota State. I mean, he played 19 games. I looked at the numbers. I mean, you know, it was nothing like that. You know, like the guy from played for Louisville. Like when Lamar Jackson played for Louisville, it was unbelievable. Tim Tebow, even in Florida, was like there was eye-popping numbers.
Right.
Johnny Manziel had him.
Yeah,
but
I gotcha.
You know, but then this guy, not so much.
Why did they throw all that? Why did they? I don't understand it then.
Right.
Why did they do that?
Yeah, I don't know what Trey Lance. Yes, Robin.
We have pick 4.
We have pick number 4.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right.
I'm gonna make sure I gotta turn my hotspot on here.
Yeah, all right, no problem.
Don't fall out on you guys. I might freeze for 1 second.
Okay, yeah, no problem. So then we got pick number 4 in an 8-team league. That's
right.
You know, whatever. I really wasn't gonna do this.
I know.
This year.
Ooh, you got pick number 4. That's high. That's not bad. I usually like to have about 6 or 7.
But this
like to be.
And remember, this is a goofy 8-team league, so it'll go fast.
Yeah.
So I don't know what my problem. I'm done with I must be because we've been doing it since you've been doing it a long time too, but we've been doing it since like 1988 when we used to do it by hand.
I did it for a little. But the league I used to get into, man, if you won it, you won like almost $3,000.
Yeah, it's a little much, and I don't know what it is for me anymore. I'm kind of
$250 a guy to get in.
What's that?
It was $250 a guy for us to get into that league.
And those are years ago. Yeah, I know.
I've been out of it for about 5 or 6 years now.
You have been?
Yeah, I got out of it. It was too much, man. I had to dedicate so much time to that when you're playing it because I'm a lunatic about it. So I'm watching things.
Yeah. I see. The thing is, I enjoy watching. Obviously, I watch all the football I can. I can't. That part of it, I guess, for me has gone. Like I used to love it, and I don't know why I lost. I mean, I'm fine with this. It's a small league, so it's kind of, and we know some of the people that are in it, so it's all right. Basically, the reason why I'm doing it is because the kid who's running it, I know him. So
back, right? You see me? Okay.
Oh yeah, I see you good.
Because that one time I came in and you guys couldn't even see me when I was on here. I just had to switch my signal over.
So it's So
have you done any pre-draft looky at all?
Not really. No.
You haven't done anything?
Nothing.
Who's hurt? Who isn't?
Oh, I know that. I know a lot of that. I know a lot of those things, but I don't know. Like, I didn't do any ranking. I didn't do what I used to do. I'm gonna let Yahoo, and then we're gonna discuss it here because I think in this league we need I think quarterback is the most important position because being that there's no point per reception, it's still 6 points a touchdown thrown by the quarterback.
Huge. So,
and the defenses need to go high because they make. I can't believe the points they put on. The defenses could score easily 14 a week if you got a good one. So,
dude, there was times when in the league I was in, the points weren't crazy. Sacks were like 2 points and interceptions were 3. Dude, there were times I would go to bed for a Sunday night game and wake up and my defense gave me like 30 points. Because it'd be like 10 points for a shutout, 5 points if you keep them under 10 points. So they'd be like kept under 10. There'd be like 6 or 7 sacks, 3 interceptions, like fumble for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Does it also work that your special teams is your defense is your special teams as well, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. It's your basic Yahoo league, really, when you think of, or pretty much, other than the fact that they did give the quarterback the 6 points for the touchdowns. I think Yahoo usually makes it 4. So they did give them the 6.
I thought they did 5 usually, Yahoo.
4.
4 was CBS or something.
No, it's 4. I think it was 4 on Yahoo. I don't think they ever did an odd number. I don't recall ever seeing an odd number in there, but I don't know. What do I know? It's been a long time.
So
you're gonna have a chance to get either Jamar Chase or Travis Kelce right there.
And I don't want them.
Why not? They're touchdown scorers.
I know, but the big point
I would take Travis Kelce. He's a touchdown. I mean, you do what you want. We'll see what you got.
We're going to see what happens. You're saying a quarterback in the second round.
I wonder because
these are touchdown scorers.
Yeah, I know. You need the right. I mean,
if you go.
What's that? All right, you go ahead and do what you're going to do. Because you know what we're going to do? We're going to, in about a couple minutes, we're going to take a break. The top 3 teams. What's that, Robin?
Average draft position. If you go by that, it's wide receiver, running backs, and Travis Kelce going in the first round.
But is that considering our scoring?
Yeah.
You're sure? If it's considering our scoring, I mean,
you got standard scoring.
Yeah, except for the
research I did. That's what came up for me too when I did it.
Because that quarterback thing though, to get the 6 per touchdown, the 6 points per touchdown is big.
Right. Yeah.
Because those guys rack up the points, man. Yeah. You look at if you
last year's total was ridiculous.
Well, yeah, they're all quarterbacks. Yeah. 400, 500.
Josh was always like one of the first because he runs for so many yards, he runs for so many touchdowns and throws so many. He was like always the top fantasy football point getter every year.
I took him last year, and I know Mahomes is in Yahoo. Yeah, and I'll take him. But it's where we take him. That's what's going to be interesting. Why don't we do this? Why don't we take our break real quick? It's about 25 after 6. We'll be back and we'll kick off the draft, but we'll talk about other things too, not just the draft. I want to ask you about.
Why don't we sit here and go over what you're going to do?
Oh, we will. Okay, we will.
Why don't we review it, man? I can't go in as blind, bro. I got a looky at this before we jump into it.
All right, let's take our break. We'll be right back.
I haven't looked at rankings in so long because I haven't been in one. That's why.
Same here. All right, we'll be back.
Okay.
Digits 988 can save a life. If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides connection to free confidential support. There is hope. The Lifeline works. For 24/7 confidential support, just call, text, or chat 988.
welcome back. Before we start, I want to bring these guys up here, the Let's Talk Sports Network. We're a part of the Let's Talk Sports podcast network, and there's podcasts from everything from soccer to, the NHL hockey, whatever, college sports, everything you can think of. I just saw the other day, do you remember the guy who used to play for the Dallas Cowboys, Jim Jeffcoat? Remember him?
Yes.
Defensive lineman. He's got a podcast on the Let's Talk Sports Network. So,
Does he really?
yeah, he's got one on there. Yeah, so we're gonna try to get him as a guest because he does it. He's following the, he's a Cowboys, like he's into it. It's not just some old guy gonna talk about the past. So that's kind of cool. He was pretty good. But
Yeah, that's cool.
so that's the Let's Talk Sports Network, which we're a part of. And tomorrow, Falls Count Anywhere will be on at 2:00. We have a guest from it's a wrestling magazine. It blew off the top of my head, but anyways, it's a good one. These writers from these wrestling magazines are really good. We've had them on before. They have a ton of stories. The other thing is, I couldn't believe that guy passed away the other day.
Yeah.
Only 36 years old. That Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. What happened? Did they say?
He was sick. He was out of the WWE, and they had said it was because of a serious health emergency. He had been gone for a while, and that's how they labeled it. And then he was going to come back, and then it was a shocking. No one said what has happened, but that he died. So only 36.
Oh, that's a shame, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a shame.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Jim Jeffcoat used to play for the Bills too.
Did he? I forgot that.
He finished his career in Buffalo. Yeah.
Did he? Yeah. So he's doing a podcast on Let's Talk Sports Network. We got about a minute, right? Draft starts in a little bit here. Before that, I got to ask you, how good do you think San Francisco is? It's all on the quarterback, isn't it? I mean, really, how do we know if Purdy's going to be good? I mean, in all honesty, he did it once.
I'm going to say, I guess, no, I don't think it is all on the quarterback. I think they got so many studs on their offense. If you have a capable quarterback.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
Wilson could flourish there. I truly do. I think, I'm trying to think of some different ones. People who might be an issue. I think there's a lot of quarterbacks that could. I think Marcus Mariota could do good there.
Geez,
honestly, plug and play system is how his offense is, where it's not so dependent on the quarterback. The only reason they lost last year is because they couldn't throw the ball because he broke his arm.
Yeah,
practically, right.
Right, and then Garoppolo.
I got hurt, so he had to come back in. What are you gonna do?
Right. Yeah, no, that's right. So what do you got here? Draft started. Christian McCaffrey goes number 1 in this draft.
I'm not surprised.
Okay, very good. Hopefully this goes quick. It should go quick. There's Austin Eckler is number 2.
Not surprised.
All right. Who's the top 2? Who when you're looking at this? What
Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase.
Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase.
I would totally take Justin Jefferson, dude.
Yeah, I don't want to take him.
What are you gonna go? Running back first?
I don't know. Maybe Kelsey. I
might. Yeah, let's go Kelsey.
Maybe we'll take Kelsey.
Touchdowns.
There's no tight ends either.
No, whatsoever. There's hardly
He's
any.
like the only one, dude, that's going to score a ton of touchdowns. And he is because he does every single year.
Did no one took it yet, the 3rd pick?
No.
Jesus, come on. It's the 3rd pick. I'm already screaming.
I know it's the 3rd pick and you're lost already.
I can't. See, this is probably going to be bad for live podcasting, but these guys, they're something, man. This is why I'm out. Do you remember ever getting together with everyone? It would take like 8 hours.
Oh my God, dude, we would book a whole day at like the sports or the LSL one club down here on Buffalo Avenue.
Yeah,
dude, it's like and then they would get all drunk playing cards, and then they wanted to keep partying. I'm like, it's a Sunday night, dude.
Yeah, it's a Sunday.
One guy would have it in his backyard, and it would be so hot out, and we'd all be sun drunk, and wasted. Oh yeah, it was always a bad day. I never looked forward to the drafts because it was just a really long
bad day.
I'd be drunk halfway through, and I'd make shit picks because I'd start getting all wild.
And I feel terrible.
I'd get ballsy with my stuff.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson just went. So do we want to go with Chase? Who would you say, Chase or Kelsey?
I would say Kelsey's more. He's more of the touchdown scorer for Kansas City.
Go with Kelsey? All right, go with Kelsey. All right, there we go.
Touchdowns, dude.
Now this
he might as well be a wide receiver. I mean, he's their number 1 weapon. So
yeah,
it's just as good as the other ones.
Never had a tight end before. I'm always last in the list of tight end. I used to have Njoku all the time, and he would always be bad. And then he got good, a little better.
Gronkowski once.
Did you? Yeah.
Yep.
I think I had him during an injury
I
thing.
think I had L.J. Crumpler during one of his good seasons.
Oh
too.
my God, that guy.
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase goes. Okay, that's
Yeah, see
this will
those
be interesting. This pick,
touchdowns, guys that are going to get.
Delvin Cook. Oh my!
Are you out of your mind?
Wow,
Wow. Now you know somebody doesn't pay a lot of attention. That's going with his heart. He's a Jets fan.
Delvin Cook. Jeez,
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, makes sense. But
Okay.
he doesn't score a lot.
But I'll tell you, Hill though. I mean, whoa. I mean, not Hill. What the hell's his name? Not Hill. Who just went Cook? That's a shocking because you still got Brees Hall. You know, that's going to be a Nick Chubb's there too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying in the Jets, you still
Oh,
got Brees
yeah.
Hall. I mean, you still got. It's going to be a
Bijan
committee.
Robinson.
He got picked. Dijon Robinson just got picked. Dijon, whatever. It could
Yeah.
be Dijon for all I give. I mean,
Yeah.
it could be the mustard. I don't care. But he's going. He just got picked. Cooper Kupp.
Uh-huh.
What is happening here? I'm
Following online things, dude.
Devontae Adams.
Please don't auto pick
Why would you auto pick?
this guy in front
Oh,
of us.
oh yeah, I know what you mean. Then it just goes on
Nick
and
Chubb
on.
is still there for you. I would totally grab that guy. Yeah, what about
Right.
Garrett Wilson? I would take Garrett Wilson. Like
Nick
that's
Chubb.
going to score some
But they
touchdowns.
didn't cover a quarterback here. They took Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley. So are we up?
Yeah,
So you're going to take Chubb here?
I think I like Chubb here.
Okay,
Totally.
yeah, take him. If we get back around, I want to take Mahomes
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
and have them together. The
because
two.
from what I'm looking at, in your draft, I bet you most guys wouldn't address the quarterback until the 4th round.
Which is
They're
wacky.
just going star players.
Interesting. Let me.
No, Mahomes is coming up here.
They're going to take. Oh, he's coming up, so someone's going to take him. That just auto.
He's in the auto pick thing. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Tomorrow, I'm doing real quick. I'm doing a Let's Talk Pucks with Jim Behringer. I'll be doing that tomorrow. We're going to talk about Austin Matthews, who signed his big deal, and all that stuff in the NHL. What happened next?
It's the same guy. It's the Patriots again. What are you doing?
He runs the league.
Well,
He's the guy that runs the league. He might. Well, he's probably working. But why didn't we? Derrick Henry. Why didn't we just? Derrick Henry.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen just went. Okay, good. That's good. That's fine. Let him.
Make the next person take Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, geez, AJ Brown. Okay, what pick are we at?
That was the 16th pick.
Okay, so we're close, right? How many far away
yeah,
are we?
There's 3 more picks. Mahomes.
Mahomes just went. Okay. I don't know if
Travis Etienne.
I don't think I want Burrow. To tell you the truth, I don't know.
Jalen Hurts is the next quarterback.
Jalen Hurts.
I would take Jalen Hurts. He's a good runner and thrower.
Yeah, I don't. We do need to get a quarterback though. I don't want to wait too long
Yeah.
because I don't want to get stuck with.
Don't forget you got to get a wide out too.
Yeah, we got wide receivers too.
Garrett Wilson's still available in your league right now, isn't he?
So
Yeah. What do you got there?
Jalen Hurts and then Lamar Jackson. And
I'm not taking
Joe Burrow. Yeah.
Lamar Jackson's not coming aboard. I don't want him.
Justin Herbert.
All right, but what about
we
wide
can get
receivers?
A while later. So unless we want Jalen Hurts, I don't think. Well,
Who-
I just take a
No
quarterback
Jalen Hurts.
here.
All right. Or unless we take him. All right.
Right.
But we might want. I don't know. See, I'm confused. You might want to get hurt. I mean, we know how important the quarterback position is in this
Right.
league. But wide receivers, we got to have them.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb's still available on there too, isn't he? I didn't hear you
must
say
be.
his name.
Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
the top wide receiver right now?
CeeDee Lamb.
CD Lamb is? Okay. So anyways, guys, we're doing a fantasy draft. If you're out there and
Josh
you're
Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs just went. Okay, if you're listening and you're
Okay,
watching us.
Right.
All right, we're up. Okay, so who's available to us? Jalen Hurts.
CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Garrett Wilson,
You might have to.
Jalen Waddle,
What about what running back wise?
Tony Pollard,
Jesus Christ.
Najee Harris. I think we should take Jalen Hurts.
I would take Jalen Hurts.
All right, there you go. Jalen Hurts.
He's got the running touchdowns. There's not a lot of those quarterbacks left.
Yeah, that's true.
The last one probably that's left on there out of those guys.
Yeah. I'm going to take my guy later, Justin Fields, just because to back him up.
Oh yeah, you can take it in, but you're going to get more points most likely. Well, it's proven out of Jalen Hurts. So.
Yeah, no, Fields will kill me. That was my fear, like that I'd be waiting.
You wet with your heart, my friend. It'll
Yeah.
murder you every time.
Mhm.
I don't ever draft Bears.
Not much, because usually there's never a reason
Well,
to.
yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? I'm gonna take them. They're so bad. What am I going to take? We have the wrong St. Brown on the team.
Yeah,
We got the
Matt
other one.
a couple times back in the day.
What's that?
I had Matt Forte when they were driving him into the ground. When they
Yes,
into the ground, I had him those years. He was great.
he was great with Brandon Marshall and all that.
Yeah,
Most
there's
of the time.
been some guys that have been fantasy.
Yeah, there's been some guys: Elshon Jeffrey, Brandon
Yeah.
Marshall, Matt Forte,
Right.
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, they were fine. And Cutler,
Thomas Jones.
Jones was always good. I've always liked him. Cutler was good that one year too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're waiting and waiting.
The name is team. It's Eric's Wonderful Team.
Yeah. Hey,
FYI,
What?
if you're doing a fantasy league, don't let the name just pre-fill for you and be some
what's it say? Eric's favorite.
Eric's Wonderful Team.
Yeah,
You know you didn't name that.
yeah. Eric's wonderful.
This guy cares. This guy's a fill-in, huh?
Yeah. Real quick, do you think? And I only want to do this: Kansas City, Philadelphia, San Francisco. Would that be your top 3 teams? Like a power rank type deal?
Yeah. Yeah.
Them 3.
Yep.
I think if San Francisco had a different quarterback, they'd be number 1.
If they had if they had a proven quarterback.
Yeah, proven one. Like,
Aaron Rodgers.
oh, okay, Aaron Rodgers, Tony Pollard. All right. We probably have to look at running backs at this point, or wide receiver. We got to do something
Yeah.
in there.
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb. Who's after CeeDee Lamb on this list? Anything?
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson.
That's a big money wide receiver for him, dude. He's got a good connection with that guy, dude. I don't know, man. If you don't have a good running back prospect, I would take Garrett Wilson if he's there. I would have actually taken him last round.
Last round. Yeah. So it'd be good to get him this round, maybe.
Yeah.
Target for Aaron Rodgers, and dude, and that guy's good, so they're going to put up some numbers.
If Aaron Rodgers would have went to San Francisco, I think they would have been the top. Right now, they'd have to be ahead of Kansas. They would have, for me, they would be the number 1 team.
He'd be the number 1 team for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I swear I thought he was going there. I thought he was going
All
home.
guys around Aaron right now are still young. Where
Yeah.
those guys have all cemented themselves as veterans and being really good. You know, a lot of these guys are just going in their second year.
It felt
Now,
like that was,
now teams have tape on these guys too. So that should be interesting to see how they play them differently.
God, it really felt like that was the perfect fit for Aaron Rodgers. With
Oh,
San
it's so
Francisco.
easy breezy back.
Yeah.
Why were they pursuing Dalvin Cook so hard, right?
Oh yeah, no, I know, no, that it's interesting.
I think he's 100% full bore go because
They're just throwing everything at. They want
to win the Bowl this year, is what it is.
Well, they know they got limited time with Rodgers too, right? How much you got? Maybe 2 years,
Until what he's hurt.
right? But you never know with him. You never know.
So well, yeah, exactly. He runs a little bit. He could usually get a nag. He's got a calf injury nagging him all preseason.
And their offensive line is a little bit banged up, pretty bad. They looked pretty bad the other day when I saw them. I mean, it was like
do they got to play Philly at all?
I don't think. Do you guys do the Bills play them? No,
I don't think so.
no. I think maybe they do. You guys got your division is the worst schedule in the world, including your out of schedule stuff. What's going on?
I hate it.
How many minutes do they get?
See, the one I'm in, you get 2 minutes, and that's it.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Oh, okay. St. Brown, the good one.
Yeah, dude, they do play the Eagles this season, so do we. Yep.
Jonathan Taylor, huh? Wow, I guess these people. Jimmy Garoppolo.
That's an auto draft, dude. He ain't going to play.
Don't do it, you fucker.
He's going to take Garrett Wilson,
He
isn't
is
he?
going to take Garrett Wilson.
Unless he ranked his players, he's going to get Garrett Wilson. So what's after Garrett Wilson? Let's move on.
Jalen Waddle, Najee Harris, Ramondre Stevenson.
How many you have running backs already, though, don't you?
Chris Olave,
Do we have a running back yet?
Nick Chubb.
We have Nick Chubb.
He took Garrett
Oh, I
Wilson.
love Najee.
We need a
dude.
wide receiver. We need.
Yeah.
Najee's going to have a good year.
I know Najee Harris is going to be
He looks
good.
good preseason, too.
Yeah, we could take Najee.
Now maybe you should take. But we got if we don't get a receiver here soon.
Got some really good touchdown scoring guys. I think Najee, I think he's going to have a good year, man.
Would you go with him and then roll the dice on a wide receiver?
Because
All right, go with him.
get those guys down within the 20-yard line, they like to bang it in. That's what they do.
All right, pick them, take them. All right, very good. So we got them guys, and we got to get a wide. We need a defense. I don't want to sleep. I want to get San Francisco or Philadelphia in here somewhere because they just they rack up the points in this league. And then the next tier of teams I was looking at while these guys are auto picking whatever the hell they're doing. We said like Kansas City, Philadelphia, and San Francisco. Then I feel like it's Cincinnati, Buffalo. I almost want to say Cincinnati, Buffalo, New York, and Miami. I feel like it's them
Even though it's I get where you're going with that.
like
Yeah,
those
I would agree.
next little tier, and then after that, it's crazy because for me, it's like you got the Chargers. I don't know. Everyone thinks Baltimore's going to be good. Maybe I'm going to be completely wrong, and
Me
I
too.
don't know.
And I think that's going to be a big failure over there. The Chargers, dude, like, what has to happen?
Fire the coach, man.
I feel like the Chargers and the Bills are almost very similar. They always get the talent, and the coaching kills them every time.
The Chargers got everything you could want, and I don't know what to say.
They have an offensive-minded head coach where we're stuck with. I mean, I like McDermott, but dude, a defensive coach only takes you so far.
Not anymore. Not these days. Yeah, no, I know.
Not with these high-flying offenses. You can't be a ground and pound type of team anymore.
You know who could be again, and this team is going to piss everyone off because of who they are. Dak, Dallas has what you want to win. They got everything you could. They got all the talent to be in the top 12 at least. So
they should be with the talent they have. They should be higher than that, my friend.
Here, let me ask you this one: between Cleveland, Detroit, and Seattle, who's better? What do you think?
This season?
Yeah, coming up. I went Cleveland.
I gotta go with Seattle just due to what they put out last season.
Ramondre Stevenson.
Okay.
I want to say Cleveland because I think Cleveland's gonna have a bounce. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a good year this year. He's got all that bullshit seems not that it's out of the way, but it's a year later, right?
Yep.
The noise isn't as loud, right? He's not dealing with all that shit prior to the season. He's got a full off season with these guys. I think Cleveland's going to be better, or we're going to see what Deshaun's going to do.
Do you have wide receivers available?
I like Jalen Waddle.
Do you like Jalen Waddle?
But
what?
The top one on
the is someone picking ahead of us?
Someone's picking ahead of us.
Well, who's after Jalen Waddle?
Devonta Smith, if we want him with Hurts.
Ooh, man, you always get the connection. You always go for the connection if you can.
We probably have to do it because we need a wide receiver at this point.
It's rare to get your connection, man.
Why don't we do the thing with if he doesn't take Waddle, go with the other guy. With Smith. Yeah, you might as well.
But if Waddle's there, I want Waddle.
Okay, if you want him, you can take him. That's fine. He can waddle around.
Oh yeah, if you can't get Waddle, they'll get your connection, man.
Yeah, definitely. And then after that, we might go wide receiver again, and then defense. Yeah, to see. Damn it, those defenses. I don't want to get stuck.
They're down blitz.
Okay.
Well, all those people are auto drafting, so a lot of them that auto draft isn't going to pick a defense till probably the very end.
Who's auto? They're all. Do we have any people in this draft, or is it just us?
No, there's people.
Oh, okay, there's a couple auto drafters.
They're just letting it run.
Oh, there's actually people that aren't auto drafting.
Yeah.
Dear God. All right, I can't take it.
Oh, no, I was just going to say the auto draft is going to wait a while before it goes for a defense, I think.
That's true. Yeah, they always. Yeah, because they got to. Yeah.
And I don't know if the auto drafter will get triggered by that or not. I don't really know how that all works, but whenever I've let auto draft do my team, I usually end up with two shitty defenses.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No shit. Yes, definitely. So I think. And what do you think about Detroit? I think they're good, but I think they're obviously the best team in a very, 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 very bad division.
He took Jalen Waddle.
He took Waddle, then take Smith.
All
right, Devontae Smith.
Connection, no, that's awesome.
But Detroit, though, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't think Goff is good enough. I don't think that team is San Francisco.
What I kept hearing was, look at what you got out of Goff since you were able to protect him.
Allen.
Right.
Like that's what they said. That's what Dan Orlovsky was saying too. He pointed it out. He said he had a year on it. Look at how much better he played when he had protection. He's not a big running type of a guy. You give him protection, and he can do good things. Which is, I guess I got to see a second year of it with him. To be honest.
How about throwing him on San Francisco? That would be do well.
Oh, wow, of course, yeah, dude. I'm telling you, anybody could go there and do good. Gardner Minshew would
do fine. There. Yeah.
I don't think Trent Dilfer. It's a Trent Dilfer situation, I think. They got a great defense and they got a great wide receiver and running game. Like, you have the setup for the Super Bowl. Like, they should have been in it last year. Really.
Yeah, that's going to be good. What do we have two running backs, a quarterback, a wide receiver, and a tight end, right?
Right.
Okay. When we get close, let me know what's happening.
Yeah.
But the other teams that are kind of like, Baltimore, I've seen places where we had that list of like Buffalo, New York, Miami, remember, and Cincinnati all together.
Yeah.
Some people have Baltimore in there, and I don't know if they are up in that group.
And maybe we're going to be completely wrong. Dude.
Maybe.
They have this fetish for Lamar Jackson that he's going to be great, and the guy's hurt every single year. He's always hurt.
Dameon Pierce.
Oh my. The other thing is,
I like him, but he gets hurt because he runs too much.
Lamar Jackson.
And the thing is too, they don't
Waller.
They don't have much of a running game.
We're up next.
Like running back wise, because J.K. Dobbins, I don't know what he's doing.
Hurt? Did he get hurt again? Or is he back?
I think he's back, but he's always on the verge.
He always gets hurt. Yeah.
And I think he was hurt a little bit in training camp. Who do we have up on the board that's
T. Higgins, DK Metcalf.
Oh wow.
Calvin Ridley.
Those guys aren't bad. I don't know.
I like
Ridley. I don't know, man. He's the number one over there, isn't he? Calvin Ridley's the number one.
He's the number one. I DK Metcalf. And then who else did you say?
Oh, we're up. James Cook just went.
James Cook.
T. Higgins.
I don't know what to think of him. Honestly, I don't know.
The fact that he's in a
threesome there.
Situation where you got DK
Metcalf.
Yeah, that's who I like. DK Metcalf.
So is Calvin Ridley, man. That dude's like, he's coming back with the fury of 1,000 suns after that suspension.
True. Yeah, from the gambling.
I heard him talk about. I heard him even say as much.
Go with Calvin Ridley. Let's try that. Why not? He
might be before. He was good.
Yeah. He was good with it. Yeah, because he missed a whole year, right? He was suspended the whole year.
And he's in Carolina, is he not?
He is in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Oh, with Trevor Lawrence coming back, dude. I'm telling you, man, they're going to be good this year.
That was the other team. I had Jacksonville in this top 12. I had Jacksonville like number 10. I had them.
I agree, man.
Solidly ahead of that, like Cleveland, Baltimore, Seattle mix. You know, them guys.
See them start to do regress. All they've done is progress under their new coach.
I like that guy. Peterson's good.
Guy. Yeah, he's a good guy.
I wish he was with Justin Fields. That would have been great if they could have done that. There's a team that the Bears that I think they're definitely getting better, but that head coach, I don't think he's the one. I feel like another one's coming. He feels like Vic Fangio was. You know, same thing.
I got you. I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? I just don't see it. He's a defensive coach. I mean, I don't know. Do you see Fangio's with the Dolphins now?
You mean like Dick LeBeau?
Yeah, Dick LeBeau. Oh my God. Did you see Fangio's a Dolphin? I didn't know that. I like him. I do like that guy. He was good with the Bears, man, when he was a defensive coordinator there.
Well, he's a good defensive coordinator, man.
Yeah, he really is. And he's getting old, but he seemed to have adjusted with the times, which is a problem for some of these fucking guys.
Yeah, that's a big problem with a lot of these coaches.
Yeah. So tomorrow, 1:00, the Bears and Bills. Are you going to watch any of it?
Yeah. If I can, I'm going to probably watch the first quarter with the starters.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it. I guess our daughter invited us to come over, and then that'll be cool. We're going to go watch it with that. She likes the Bills, so we're going to go sit there and watch it with her.
All right, good. She's on my side.
Yeah, I got everyone. All of a sudden, everyone's revolting against me. I got my son upstairs. He likes the Bills now. I got everybody's.
They're all coming over.
Yeah, I'm sick of it. I can't believe this.
When you're kind of inundated and you're around it all the time, yeah. I get it.
Dallas Goedert.
Oh, good. They're taking all the tight ends. That's good. That's good for us. Let them keep taking.
They're auto drafting, dude. This is the tight end time in the draft. In the auto draft.
You like San Francisco? Yeah, San Francisco. Yes.
You like them or Evan Ingram?
I don't know. San Francisco or Philadelphia's defense?
Who's left? Is Carolina gone?
Ranked up there too.
Carolina's defense gone too? Or no, San Francisco? What about Philly's defense?
That's the thing. I don't know. Philadelphia. The only thing I wrote down about Philadelphia, who cares? They lost both their coordinators, but I don't know if that really.
How many sacks did they have last season?
What's that?
How many sacks as a team did they have last year? Didn't they almost break the record?
The 49ers?
No, the Eagles.
The Eagles. I think you're right.
T. Higgins.
All right. Who is the top scorers in the defense?
San Francisco is number 1, Dallas 2, Philadelphia 3.
All right. Yeah.
What you calling on Philly recently? Didn't they just draft that dude?
Carter. Jalen Carter.
Yeah, man. That Philly defense.
We could really hook ourselves to Philadelphia here.
Yeah, that's a lot of Philadelphia.
Have to, but
What do you want to do? Take it.
I want
Take them.
San
Well, then do it. Take them. Take San Francisco. Go on.
Yeah, you don't want to anchor yourself down with one team, but man, it's all becoming available for you.
Did you take them?
We're not up.
Oh, we're not up yet. What the hell? I thought we were up.
Hawkinson. Okay, now it's our turn. I'm taking them.
Yeah, go ahead. Very good. We got a couple minutes left before we wrap it up. But I don't know. I was thinking of other teams like Tennessee. Where are they? They could be close to.
They're in a prove-it area. They're like they're in a downturn of Tannehill's career and possibly turning it over to a new guy at some point. But I don't know how that experiment's going.
Too bad Will Levis got hurt because he looked good in some of his games, preseason games.
Yeah.
George Pickens.
Because you think about it, they're both. You would have to put Tennessee probably below Detroit and them, right? Then they'd be a little bit below.
Sure. Yeah, a little bit below them for sure. Yeah. I agree.
Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts, huh? I like Kyle Pitts. When's he ever gonna? He was so good.
Fruition, dude.
What's that?
I heard so much about that guy coming out of college, and he hasn't done hardly anything.
He had one of the best tight end seasons for a rookie ever. I guess it was. That was like a.
But never. Now that's it.
I think that team stinks. I think that's one of the bigger problems. You know what I mean? They just don't have.
Well, usually those guys that are great shine regardless.
Sometimes, yeah, that's true.
That's what worries me about players like that. Like Barry Sanders always shined, right? Like Dickerson, he always shined on every team he was in. What's it called? Tony Gonzalez, he shined on every team he was on.
Wide receivers,
yeah. You know what you get what I'm saying, right? It's like, so are these guys great more because of the system they're in, or is it because they're great?
Right. No, I know that's what I'm kind of thinking. I know because he's supposed to. They made it out to be like he would be the next Calvin Johnson.
And you're a safety valve for your quarterback, so you should be putting up incredible numbers if you're good.
I wonder if they don't use him like a normal tight end. I don't watch Atlanta. I hardly see Atlanta play.
I mean, Artie Smith, I don't know how he runs his offense over there.
I don't know what they do.
Who's the offensive coordinator? Do you know? I don't even know.
Top of my head, I don't know who the Falcons is. I don't.
Artie Smith's a defensive coach, isn't he?
Robin, do you know if Marty Smith is?
Artie Smith. Was he a defensive?
I don't know. I don't have my computer, unfortunately, so I can't even.
I'm looking up right now. She's busy with that draft thing. I'll look it up over here. But I thought he was a defensive coach.
Yeah. Now, Philadelphia did lose both offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, if anyone cares, if that means anything.
Justin Herbert.
Okay. So that was something interesting. Here's some of the negatives they said on teams. It was kind of interesting. That was one of them for Philadelphia. A negative for the Jets and the Dolphins both was health.
Yeah, he's a defensive coach, Artie Smith. Yeah.
Was for both those teams was health, and mostly health for both the Jets and the Dolphins was health, and some injury, big injury with Jalen Ramsey. The Bills, they said, make sure they generate a pass rush to help their second corner, whatever that. I guess I get what they mean. So okay, that's probably right. Because you're waiting for Von Miller, and he's
whoever it's going to end up being. I don't even know who it's going to be yet.
There comes a point with Von. I'm going to tell you what, Scott. There comes a point with Von Miller where if he's hurt again, Jesus Christ, I mean, kind of like enough's enough. I don't know what more you do with this.
What bothers me the most, dude, is that they have a bad habit of keeping people out the longest they possibly can be kept out.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
I don't know why McDermott and them, they do it all the time, dude. Do it all the time. They traded for Nyheim Hines. The guy hardly saw the ball because he waits. He does it with rookies. He does it with everybody, dude, and it drives me nuts. Drives me crazy. He wastes people. We could have really used Nyheim Hines last year in the running game.
Right. He didn't use them at all.
In kick returns and that hardly at a play here and there. You mean to tell me you couldn't throw a bubble screen out to the guy?
In some ways,
that's what he's great at.
In some ways, I thought
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Oh, I like him, Jahmyr Gibbs. In some ways, I thought Cook could have been used more. Even.
Yes, held back. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Even
held back. He holds the reins on these people.
Wow, they took a kicker.
I want an offensive-minded head coach. That's what I want. I like McDermott, but I want an offensive, and I just think they're going to be too damn loyal to him, man.
Yeah, they're going to have to get.
He leaves.
We got. Here, we'll do our last pick before we sign off. What are we doing here? What do you see? We need a wide receiver. No, we got our. We're doing bench players.
Right.
So let's see who the best. We don't need a quarter.
J.K. Dobbins, Miles Sanders, Cam Akers,
Jesus.
James Conner,
So it's all running backs?
yeah, then DJ Moore, Tyler Lockett.
Oh my.
Ooh, Tyler Lockett.
Let's
Terry McLaurin, DeAndre
He's
Hopkins.
hurt though. Terry McLaurin's hurt. He's got turf toe right now. That could be an all-season thing. I know he's hurt. I just read it today.
I like Brees Hall, but he's mixed in that mix. And what's he gonna do? Who was the other running back? J.K. Dobbins. Again, we just talked about him.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's healthy. I don't know what his deal is right now.
Oh, we're up.
We're up. Yeah, well. Just you know what? Let's take who's the best. Who would you? I mean, can you see the bye weeks too?
Yeah.
All right. I guess we might want to look at that.
Yeah,
Kind of helpful.
Yeah.
To see
J.K.
where we're.
Dobbins feels 100% healthy and ready to perform at a high level.
J.K.
Yeah.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
all I need to hear from Scott.
All right.
J.K. Dobbins it is, and he's an Ohio State guy, so that's
He's fantastic.
Ohio State. All right, Scott.
Good luck with the rest of that, buddy.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll send you the list.
The
But
shitty part of the draft, where you start drafting guys, you don't even. Some of them are going to might end up getting cut. You don't even. Well, you got small, so
Small
your guys
draft.
should stay on there.
yeah.
Just
What do
make
you
sure
got going on this weekend? Anything special? I know you've been hurting. Just to relax.
My back's been killing me, but hopefully by tomorrow I'm 100%. I'm going to go to work in the morning for a little bit, and then and then in the afternoon we're going down to the jazz festival in Lewiston.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah.
Well, next week we'll have
Lewiston. It's awesome. I love going out there. Did you go out there for anything this year?
not much, but I know what you mean.
Well, it's just like a couple weeks ago we went out there.
It's a different world, isn't it? From where we're at.
I love it out there.
I know.
I want
I'd
to
like
move out there, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me too. All right, let's go. Bears, Bills, we'll talk about it next week. And hopefully we're going to have a guest. We're going to bring on someone. And then we might do a collaboration, by the way, with the Pittsburgh guys. They were talking about us two with them three. And I thought that'd be fun because they talk football and just roundtable everything.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
We'll check it
Yeah,
out.
they have a ton to talk about with so many voices.
All right, Scott. We will see you next week.
All right, buddy.
Take care, bud.
See you
Bye.
guys.